All right. Greetings and welcome back once again. This is Amuna, and I pray everybody is doing well. I also hope that you can hear me. So, if you can hear me, just go ahead and let me know in the chat so we don't start off on a slow stream. You understand? Let me know in the chat that I could be heard loud and clear. I am outside. That doesn't bother anybody. It's a nice day. We could be heard. All right, let's get into it. This is a trigger warning for this particular what's going on, Judah? What's going on, Evolutionary? This is a trigger warning because it's dealing with domestic violence. That be known. I came across this news report, so I'm gonna give a shout out to the young lady who put the news report together. But before I do, I'm gonna just go to what the official reports say, and then I'm gonna work my way backwards. This is a sad story, and many of these sad stories oftentimes doesn't get the airtime that they need to, and these things repeat. These young people are young. He looks young. She was like 20 years old, and it's a sad situation. So let me go ahead and share my screen. This happened in Florida, Pensacola. That's on the other side in the Panhandle. So let's see what the news report. This was just a few days ago.
People dead.
It all starts at 7:30 every morning when a tree is on the East Coast. That's when I begin negotiating settlements with my
I'm just
client.
gonna put that
Some
on
injury
mute for
lawyers
a
never go to
second
court.
because
We do, and
they
we
don't
win,
seem
and
to want
insurance
me to
companies
be
know
great
that.
right
I
now.
meet with
Skip
my new
ahead.
clients personally. If a lawyer doesn't have time,
Dead following a shooting this afternoon in Escambia County, Florida.
And the sheriff's office there calling this a murder-suicide. Fox 10 News' Stephen Moody live on the scene for us tonight. Stephen, what more can you tell us?
Well, Lenise Byron, the sheriff's office tells us that this was a domestic situation. A man shot a woman before turning the gun on himself and shooting and killing himself. This is video from when we first arrived on the scene. This all happening this afternoon at the Stoddard Place Apartments on Tiger Lily Drive. Witnesses were inside of the home when it happened, and the sheriff says an infant was also inside. No one else was injured. Sheriff Chip Simmons says this entire situation is heartbreaking.
So at this time, and this news report is just breaking, they're not telling you who it is, what happened. Whoever did this did it in front of a little baby, infant inside. Who would? I mean, if I lose my words today, y'all understand. So I'm gonna release that, and this YouTuber, I'm gonna share her name and her information, her YouTube channel. She goes in. She was able to do some research to find out a little bit more about what was happening. So the name of the channel is Leah Gordon. So go ahead and check her out. And her article said, "New mom gone after no longer wanting to be with her child's father." So let's listen to a little bit about the backstory, and then we'll have a discussion on the violence that's in the community. When we talk about the statistics, when we talk about how oftentimes the woman doesn't report it, even if she is being harassed, even if she is being violated, even if there are things that are going on, sometimes she feels as though she can deal with it herself. This young girl, she was young, 20 years old. She didn't make 21 yet, but let's listen.
Graduated from Escambia High School in Pensacola, Florida. Her friends and family described her as selfless, kind, and nurturing. She was a beloved daughter, loving life partner, well-reserved sister, and friend of many. She was also a new mom. Her and her child's father, Tridarius Gray, were just celebrating their baby shower in August of last year. She was so excited about becoming a mother and had so many things in store and planned for her newborn.
So she graduated high school, a young girl. She's with this guy. That's their baby father. I don't know if it's first love or whatever. They're doing all the things that the young ones do now, the baby shower, the reveal. They put it all on social media. So this is where she gathered a lot of this information.
She had just bought a new car before her child was born and a new place, according to her social media. She also enjoyed sharing her most precious moments once her newborn arrived. Not too long ago, she celebrated her first Mother's
So what? In the beginning of this month, 2 weeks ago, she has Happy Mother's Day. To me, you're mature me in so many ways. I love you. Talani, I believe that's the name of the daughter. So happy to be your mother. And she has pictures of herself. And we're going to go over to the social media if it's still up. But let's continue to listen.
Mother's Day by saying, "Happy first Mother's Day to me. You've matured me in so many ways. I love you, Talani. So happy to be your mother." She would even include pictures of her child's father bonding with their child. Not much was given regarding the nature of the relationship between her and her child's father. However,
So, like, again, she's posted up with him. He's present. He's there. But something had to have happened because very soon she makes a turn and that cost her, well, some would say her life.
in the last few weeks, she made it clear that she was single and no longer in a relationship.
So on May the 16th, she posted at 2:34, nothing, just as single, and she put the hearty face in the hearts. And she said single as HE double hockey six at 3:40. Soon after that, they get into an argument, and let's continue to listen.
Sadly, it's been alleged that just after an hour of posting she was single, she was allegedly shot during an argument.
Good evening.
So she using through social media means whatever the conversation is that's going on with them, she says that she's single. He shows up with a gun. He takes her out and takes himself out in front of the child. This is wild. This is a wild story. I was able to come across the obituary. Sometimes this kind of stuff makes it real. Let me release my screen. I'm just releasing. I didn't release my screen before. Let me share right here. These things are happening. We've heard before, there's no threat of violence against women in the community. This is not happening. I actually went through, they have websites that chronicle all of the abuses that oftentimes go under the radar, all of the deaths that's occurred, all of the, sometimes it's a murder suicide, at other times it's just he takes her out. Her name is Jacavia Simmons, and it says Pensacola, Florida, May 16th. And this is Tracy Morton Memorial Chapel. Posted online today. So this is crazy. This is another young girl. So a young girl, now this little child is an orphan, doesn't have mother and doesn't have father. Could something have been done? Did these little ones or these young ones have the tools that they needed to navigate through situations? Did they have elders that they can appeal to? When you're into new relationships, did this young man, he clearly looked like he needed anger management, he needed guidance, because how do you think that the solution to losing the mother of your child is to take the life of the mother of your child? Like, where are you in your mind to think that? And then your own. So that shows that you didn't value yourself and you didn't value her and you didn't value your child, because if you had thought this too, you would have realized that you made your child an orphan. This is, so some of the fallout between arguing on social media and going back and forth and acting as if, oh, this is just entertainment, is that you have young ones who are behind us who don't have any guidance, undisciplined, thinking that this is the way to go. I actually heard the other day a TikTok video where this man and woman was in the DR. Now, we don't know what led up to the escalation of the fight, but this guy is pissed off at this melanated woman. And he is telling her, he's threatening her and telling her how he's going to be so satisfied by seeing her life leave her body. I'm like, these can't be, something's wrong. You feel me? This is like they said, is this demon time? Like, what is going on? What is really going on? Nasha, what's going on? Welcome. Yeah, this is crazy. This is crazy. When they said that some of these people are on demon time, that's exactly what they're on. People have lost all of their mind, and this is not the first, second, or third time that things of this nature is happening. It's interesting. Yesterday, I was watching Judge Mathis, because I gotta get my court shows in sometimes. So I'm watching Judge Mathis, and let me see if I could get it, because the guy, it lends to exactly what this issue is. They're in court, and the guy is like, "Judge, she's crazy, this, that, and the third." And so the judge is like, asking the woman what happened. And so she comes off like, he's abusive, this, and this is happening. He did this to me, he did that to me. The first thing the judge is asking, well, did you put any of this on record? No. So the judge is like, well, if you didn't put it on record, why are you trying to put it on record now? So it's not that it's not happening. To a certain degree, the woman feels as though she's still responsible for protecting the man, even though the man may be abusing her, even though the man is injuring her. And because that broken mechanism that is within us, the need to protect somebody who's harming you, when it comes time for people to believe, they find it hard to believe, because we didn't respect ourselves enough in the beginning to protect ourselves, if that makes any sense. And so the judge is like, well, don't tell me now, because you should have said something then. Let me see if I can find that here it is. Let's watch a little bit of it for the sake of this discussion, and how things escalate from somebody threatening you, and you're like, no, I'm not going to press charges, I'm not going to go to the police, somebody doing this, and you're like, nah, he didn't really mean it. And the further you go down the line is the more you give the person an opportunity to continue to abuse you. And then when something happens, somebody is saying, oh, you deserved it because X, Y, and Z. Let's watch a little bit of this to see how things escalate and how the system sees it. So, hold on, wait. Let me go back. Wait. So for those who've just joined us, the first portion had to do with going over the news story. Let me see here. Let me run a quick commercial while I set up the other story real quick. I'll just update the title when I get there. Now, this part one, the person is still alive, but violence was committed against her, but she never reported it. So hold on. All right, so I'm gonna play this one now so that we can take a look at some of where it starts and the mentality. And a lot of times people say, well, she's dumb. It's part of her design. It's part of the woman's design to want to protect, right? But not to your own detriment. And many times women are protecting men to their own detriment. And as we can see in the case of the young girl, when she stepped outside of whatever was going on within their relationship and decided, hey, I'm going to be single, he couldn't handle that. And this young man took her life and his life. And that's very sad. My thoughts and prayers go out to the family and that little girl, the infant who now doesn't have mother or father. Let's take a quick look at.
She claims he ruined her life. Charlene claims the defendant was physically abusive, and she filed a restraining order against him after he kidnapped her, beat her, and held her for ransom. She's suing him today for unpaid traffic tickets. Defendant Frankie Bradford admits that he may have hurt Charlene emotionally, but insists he never hurt her physically.
Those are two variant stories. He may have hurt her emotionally, but not physically. And she said he beat her, did all of this, and kidnapped her. Now the question of the whether or not she got the restraining order is going to come out in court. But look at how one person is saying you did all of this, and the other person is like, nah, I don't remember none of that. I'm trying to move up a little bit because the breeze is hitting right now. But let me know if the breeze is in the mic. Otherwise, else we're going to keep going.
Countersuing for harassment.
In the box. It's got to go left, but again, it's just another illustration about the places within our relationships that we may need to strengthen. We need to take a step back, see and reassess some of the things that we were taught, because some of them are toxic and lead to situations such as this. He thinks it's cute. He's smirking. He's not taking none of this seriously. She looks distressed, right? he did her wrong, and then he in here rolling his eyes up to the left and all that other stuff. But for the sake of time, what time is it? Oh wow, 56. For the sake of time, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you for stopping by. If you missed-
I'm going to leave, but
All
I
right.
also think he has an arrested development. Do you remember he called her mom?
Yeah, they usually do. That's like slang.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. So it's normal in your culture. They call their
No.
wife mom.
Yeah, it's slang. They be like, nah, ma. If they see you on the street, if you know, hey, ma, I could talk to you real quick. That's it's slang.
Oh, to their wives?
No, to anybody. So it don't matter. They could know you, not know you. It really depends on where you come from. From New York, you know, men usually be like, "Hey, ma, what's good?" I mean, it's the conversation. Oh, my thing about to die. Maybe we could go into that another day. But yeah, that's typical. But with that said, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Like, subscribe, share. I see a lot of people. Shout out to all of the non-subscribers that like the views, like to watch the videos. Shout out to you as well. You would like to see it continue. Just go ahead and hit like, subscribe, and share, and all that lovely good stuff. I'm going to play one more Yummy Cottage commercial, and then we are going to see you on another video.
Jamaica woman, I'm a strong Jamaica woman.